Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a very highly requested video that I've been looking forward to filming. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about Bare Minerals. Basically, I'm going to do a 101, like a crash course on all the products that they offer for your complexion. So foundation, concealer, setting powder, all that type of stuff. I'll go over prices and ingredients, where to buy it, how to apply it, everything that you want to know about Bare Minerals. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to start out with is it called Bare Essentials or Bare Minerals? Bare Essentials is the name of the whole company in general, and Bare Minerals is the name of the makeup line. Alright, so where do you buy Bare Minerals? You can buy it from a Bare Essentials store, like a boutique in your mall, or they even have outlet stores. You can also buy it at Ulta and Ulta.com, Sephora, and on Sephora's website. And you can also buy it in select salons and spas in your area. So if you just go to the Bare Essentials website, you can type in your location and they will show you all the different places that offer the Bare Minerals line in your area. Next, I'm going to talk about the 3 different foundations that Bare Minerals offers. So, they have the original foundation, which came out first. So this is what it looks like. It comes in a little jar like this, and it is $27 for 8 grams of product. It comes in 20 different shades. It's a broad spectrum SPF 15. It's an 8-hour wear. It gives you a natural luminous finish, and it also only contains 5 ingredients. So 2 of those ingredients are titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which help give you pigmentation, and that's also the sunscreen. Also, there is mica and bismuth oxychloride. So those give you that pearly, luminous, like shiny finish, that really glowy look. And there is also iron oxide, which is what gives you that pigmentation in the color. So that is the original foundation, good for any skin type. I definitely recommend this for normal to dry skin too. And you can get anything from light to medium to pretty full coverage from the original. Alright, so now I am moving on to the matte foundation. It comes in the exact same jar. It looks very similar. So make sure you look on the front here. It will say original or matte, also on the back too. So again, this is $27. Broad spectrum SPF 15, comes in 20 different shades, and just like the original, there's no parabens or fillers or harsh chemicals. So the main difference between the matte and the original foundation is something called active soil complex. So the matte foundation has that complex in there. It's made to minimize the appearance of pores, to stop you from getting so shiny or oily throughout the day. So I definitely recommend the matte for someone with normal to oily or even combination skin. Okay, so now moving on to the Ready foundation. So this is their newest foundation. I think it came out around September 2012, somewhere around there. So this is SPF 20. It's $29. It also comes in 20 shades, and it's pressed instead of loose. So this gives you a medium to full coverage. It is a 12-hour wear instead of an 8-hour wear, so you get a little bit longer wear from it. And this also has a time-release hydration system in it. So basically that means you are going to stay hydrated throughout the day. It's going to keep producing that moisture and keep your skin hydrated throughout the day. But you don't necessarily get shiny or oily from this product, so I do recommend this for any skin type, someone that needs something a lot fuller coverage. Maybe you have more acne scarring or hyperpigmentation, or someone that doesn't have a lot of time in the morning and needs something a little bit quicker or less messy, something they can throw in their purse and take on the go. So Bare Minerals offers all the products individually, or you can buy them in sets or kits, whichever you like. Usually it's cheaper to get a kit, so if you're just starting out, this is the one I recommend. It is the Customizable Get Started Kit. So it comes in a cardboard box like this, and you get so much in this kit here. Anything that you would need to get started with Bare Minerals comes in this kit, so this is definitely the one I recommend. So it is $62, and you can choose either the matte or the original foundation. If you want to pay $2 more, $64, you can choose the Ready foundation. So basically, what you get in this kit, your Prime Time, which is your foundation primer. You get the Mineral Veil, which is your translucent setting powder. You get the Warmth All Over Face color, which is a bronzer, blush, anything for all over the face, warms you up, gives you a little bit of color. You get the full size foundation in whichever color and formula that you choose. You also get 3 brushes here. You get the full flawless application brush, you get the flawless application brush, and you also get the maximum coverage concealer brush. So that's an amazing deal. I think you might also get like a DVD and instructions on how to apply everything that comes in this kit also. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the 3 brushes that you get in this kit. So the first one is the Full Flawless Face Brush. So this is what it looks like. It's a very dense brush. This is made of goat hair. This brush is $28 and it gives you medium to full coverage. So I recommend using this with your original or your matte foundation to get the best coverage. The next brush that you get is the Flawless Face Brush. So this one is a little bit shorter and it's also not as dense. So that is what that looks like up close. So this brush is $22 and it's also made of goat hair. This gives you a sheer to medium coverage. So you can use either of these for foundation. However, I recommend the Full Flawless for foundation and I recommend the Flawless for your mineral veil or your warmth. So your setting powder or your bronzer, your blush, those type of products. Alright, so the last brush that you get in the kit is the Maximum Coverage Concealer Brush. So this is what that looks like. It's a very small concealer brush. This is made of Taklon bristles and alone this is $20. So there is one last brush that I want to talk about that does not come in the Get Started kit, but it is the Precision Face Brush. So this is what it looks like. It is a very, very dense, angled, flat top kabuki brush. So I really recommend this for the Ready foundation. So it doesn't come in the kit, you'd have to buy it separately, but I really recommend it. It is the best way to get that full coverage and that great finish from the Ready foundation. So this brush is $28 and it is made of synthetic fibers. Alright, so I've kind of explained to you guys exactly what you get in this kit, a little bit about the brushes. Now I'm going to move into the tutorial part of this video and show you guys exactly the order to apply the products, how to apply them, what they're for, everything that you need to know about applying the foundation and the complexion process of Bare Minerals. So if you want to see that, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I've already cleansed and moisturized my face. Now I'm ready to start applying my makeup. So the first step is to apply your primer. So I have about a pea-sized amount of the Bare Minerals Prime Time on my hand here. And I'm just going to take this and apply it all over my face, focusing right on my T-zone. So the purpose of a primer is to help your makeup last all day long. But it also helps to smooth out the texture of your skin. Most of them contain silica, this one does, so that fills in any pores, fine lines, kind of plumps up your skin, makes it feel almost like velvety, really smooth. If you have oily skin, this helps keep your shininess and oiliness away throughout the day. Just really helps to even out the texture of your skin before the makeup helps even out the color. Okay, so step 2. This is where you would apply any cream or liquid products that you want to wear that day. So for example, any tinted moisturizers, foundation, liquid or cream concealers, cream blush, anything like that you want to apply before the powder. So Bare Minerals does make a liquid concealer called Stroke of Light, I think, and then they also make a creamy concealer which you can use. Today I'm just going to be using the 2 concealers that I normally use, the Maybelline Age Rewind and the L'Oreal True Matte. Okay, so now it is time to apply the actual Bare Minerals foundation. So I am using the Bare Minerals Original and I use it in the shade Medium Beige, which is a medium color with neutral undertones. So just about that much into your cap. Not very much at all. We can always go back and add more, but less is more. You don't want to do too much at first. So I'm taking my Full Flawless application brush, dip it into the lid of your product, swirl this. You want to swirl this for a good 5 to 10 seconds. This really like heats up the minerals almost and gets all the minerals into the bristles of the brush so that you get that creamy, luminous finish. So swirl that in there for a good few seconds. Then tap off the extra, just like they say, swirl, tap, buff. So now we are going to buff this onto the skin. So I'd like to start from the outside of my face, get all the edges, and then work my way in. Just going in circular motions all over my face. If you like this, the way that this looks, then stop right here. You don't need to add more. But if you want more coverage, go ahead and keep building, doing small layers, working your way up to the coverage that you want. You know, you can do as many as 3-4 layers if you want. It won't look cakey or heavy if you really blend it, buff it, work it into your skin the way that they recommend. So I'm going to go ahead and put just a small more amount or a little bit more into my cap. Same thing, swirl. Tap off any extra so I don't see anything on the top of the brush, and start buffing again. Alright, so the next step is to conceal with a powder concealer. So Bare Minerals does make some great powder concealers that I had to show with you guys today. So I personally use the SPF 20 concealer in the shade Summer Bisque. So that's what that looks like. It does come in 5 different shades and it's $18. This does not come in the Get Started kit. You have to buy it separately, but they do have it in some kits. They also make something called Well Rested in a powder form, which is basically just a brightening concealer. So if you have really bad under eye circles or if you want more of that dramatic brightening look, then I'd go with the Well Rested. So usually I'll use either or, sometimes both. I tend to go more for Summer Bisque when I have a little bit of color, and then I use the Well Rested in the winter when I am fairer. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Summer Bisque today. If you don't want to purchase the concealer separately, but you do need extra coverage under your eyes or around your nose or on extra spots, you can go ahead and use your regular foundation. Just use it with the maximum coverage concealer brush. This gives you more concentrated coverage and you can place it exactly where you need it. So I'm going to be using my Summer Bisque, but I will use this max coverage concealer brush. So go ahead and just place a little bit into the cap again, just like with the regular foundation. Take your brush, pick some up, and then apply this wherever you need it. So I'm going to be doing it under my eyes. So you're going to go back into your kit and get this dark all over face color here. So this is called Warmth. Basically you can use it as a bronzer, as a blush, just to give you a little bit more color, bring back that dimension to your skin. So I personally use the all over face color in Faux Tan. The Warmth is more of a red undertone, cooler undertone, and the Faux Tan is more of a brown undertone. I'll go ahead and show you. They're both pretty dark, and they come in the same form. So again, just tap a small amount into your cap, and with this, I mean like a really small amount. So I'll go ahead and show you how much I use right there. So you just need the tiniest little bit, and I'm going to use my Flawless application brush. So this one is just a little bit smaller. Go ahead, same thing, swirl it on in there. Tap off the extra, and now buff it onto your skin. So I like to apply this on the outsides of my face in the 3E pattern. So forehead, bring it down underneath your cheekbones, back out underneath your jaw, and then in a W. So starting from my temples, across my nose, and back to the other side. So the 3E and the W. So the next step is to apply any blush or highlighter, or if you want to do a separate contour color, this is where you would do that. If you don't want to, just skip this step. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my blush and highlighter. Okay, so the final step in creating your flawless complexion with Bare Minerals is to apply your mineral veil. So basically this is just a cornstarch based powder. It does come in your kit in the size of the warmth or the concealers, and on its own I think it's $19 or $20, and it does come in a few different formulations too. So you can get it just in the original, which is colorless. So it looks like this. As soon as you put it under your skin, it's completely translucent. There's no color to it, you can't see it. It just blurs out imperfections. So it also comes in a tinted color for someone with really deep or dark skin. It comes with an SPF, I think it's SPF 25, or you can get it in illuminating or hydrating. So they do have a few different types. For summer they came out with a bronzy one, so I went ahead and picked that up. But basically this just gives you that flawless finish. It helps blend everything together, helps fill in any pores, give you a really nice matte finish. So go ahead and apply this into the back of your cap. With my mineral veil, I usually use my Flawless application brush or this seamless blending brush, this little small size here. So that's what I'm going to use today. Tap off any extra, swirl, tap, buff. Okay, so this is the final product, what it looks like on your skin. I hope that you guys like the coverage that it gives, you like the way that it looks. If you have normal to dry skin like I do, then I definitely recommend the original foundation that I use today. It gives me great medium coverage, which is exactly what I want for an everyday basis. So I just want to let you guys know that if I'm going somewhere where I want more coverage or I want it to look a little bit more dramatic, I just keep building up those layers until I'm satisfied. I definitely can get full coverage out of this product, and also I like to apply the liquid foundation underneath sometimes too. So that concludes my whole little Bare Minerals 101 crash course, everything you need to know about complexion for Bare Minerals. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I really recommend trying out Bare Minerals if you haven't yet. It's amazing, my holy grail favorite foundation. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything you want to know, please leave it in the comment section below. I will get back to you, and if you have any requests for future videos, then let me know that too, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!